thanks for joining me for a Halloween yoga flow. This flow is linked to music, and you can find those playlists in the description for both Spotify and Apple Music. Enjoy! All right, let's click on the first song, Serap's Theme. In 3, 2, 1. Find your comfortable seated position. Maybe sit on a pillow. Bring your hips to the front of that pillow so that your spine comes up nice and straight. Let your eyes close down. And just tune in with your breath here. Take a deep breath in through your nose. Let it out through your mouth. We're going to move into a 4-part breath, breathing in and out through the nose. So let's breathe in through the nose for 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the top. 4, 3, 2, 1. Exhale through the nose. 4, 3, 2, 1. Hold it at the bottom. 4, 3, 2, 1. Count in your own head. Inhale. Hold at the top. Exhale. Hold at the bottom. Keep that going. One more full cycle here, and then just come back to normal breathing. Let your eyes blink open if you had them closed. We're going to move into our first Kriya of our Halloween yoga flow. This is going to be a mantra Kriya, so we're going to say Hut Hari, H-A-T, kind of sounds like H-U-T, and then Hari, H-A-R-E. That's the sun and the moon. So we're going to turn to the right with our hands just behind our head, elbows come out, turn to the right, say Hut, then turn to the left and say Hari. And we're going to speed this up a little bit. Option for your eyes to be open or closed. Turn to the right, Hut. Turn to the left, Hari. Again, Hut, Hari, Hut, Hari. Speed it up, Hut, Hari, 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 Hut, Hari. Stick with it. Hut, Hari, Hut, Hari, Hut, Hari, Hut, Hari, Hut, Hari. Maybe speed up. Hari, Hut, 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 hurry, hut, hurry, hut, hurry. 10 more seconds here. Hut, hurry, hut, hurry, hut, hurry, hut, hurry, hut, hurry. Last one. Hut, hurry. Deep breath in. Hold it at the top. Exhale, let everything out. Let your hands come down to your knees. Inhale, arch your back forward. Maybe look up to the ceiling. Exhale, round your spine. Keep it going. Inhale, arch forward. Exhale, round. Take 3 more cycles of breath here. Inhaling, arch. Exhaling, round. Come back to stillness. Let's take our wrists and just draw some circles, warm up our wrists this morning. And switch directions. Grab your fingertips on your left hand and then just pull them down, stretching the inside of your wrist. And then push your wrist back the other way. And switch sides. Stretch the inside of your wrist. And back the other way. Fold your hands together and make some circles. Go both directions here. Let's just shake out our wrists. We're going to move into tabletop. So if you're sitting on something, move that off to the side. Plant your hands on the mat. Hips are over knees, shoulders are over wrists. On your inhale, drop your belly down to the mat. Look up gently. Exhale, round your spine, black cat. Inhale, arch. Exhale, round. Linking breath to movement. Maybe if it feels good, move side to side here. Maybe draw some circles. And go the other direction. And let's just meet in a neutral spine. Ground down through your left palm and your right knee. Let your left leg float off the mat, lifting with the back of that leg. And then raise your right hand up. On your next exhale, bring your knee to your elbow. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch it in. Inhale, stretch. Keep it going. One more. Plant your palm, other side. Right leg comes up, left arm forward. Crunch it in. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch. Inhale, stretch. Exhale, crunch. One more. Plant your hands down. Let's drop our hips back down to our heels. Come into a child's pose. Maybe inch your fingers forward just a little bit. Feel that nice stretch. Tune back in with your breath here. Let your body melt into the mat. On your next inhale, walk your hands over to the right side of your mat and then sink your hips back down, feeling that nice left side stretch. Hold and breathe. Inhale, walk your hands back to center. Exhale over to the left side. Come back to center. Come up through tabletop and then drop your hips down to the mat and take a cobra. Exhale, come back to child's pose. Inhale, rise up and drop your hips for cobra. Let's meet back in tabletop. Tuck your toes, send your hips high. First downward dog. Maybe pedal out your heels here. Maybe take your socks off. Press down through all the finger pads of your fingers. Maybe bend your knees, send your hips even higher. On your next inhale, float your right foot off the mat. Bring that knee to your nose and step it between your hands, low lunge. On your next inhale, rise up, arms come alongside your ears. Bend both knees, crescent lunge. Hold here and breathe. Pull your right hip back and let your left hip go forward to keep your hips in alignment with the front of your mat. Arms can stay up high or come to heart center. On your next inhale, step your feet together. Keep your knees bent, chair pose. Almost like you're trying not to touch the electric chair. Just hover above it. On your next exhale, come to a forward fold. Keep a nice bend in your knees. Let's take a moment in ragdoll here. Maybe grab opposite elbows. Let your head hang heavy. Maybe sway side to side. Bring your hands back down to the mat. On your inhale, take a halfway lift. Iron out your spine. Let your hands come up your legs. Nice flat back. Exhale, fold forward. Inhale, drop the hips down, come back to chair pose. Hold here. Keep breathing. On your next exhale, step back with your right foot, crescent lunge. Hold and breathe. Exhale, frame your foot with your hands. Send your left leg high, three-legged dog, and we'll meet in down dog. Plant that foot, down dog. Always an option to drop your knees and come to child's pose if you need a rest. We're going to flow all of that 3 times. Inhale, right leg high. Exhale, step it between your feet. Inhale, crescent lunge, rise up. Exhale and hold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, fold it forward. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, step right foot back, crescent lunge. Exhale and hold. Inhale, frame your front foot. Exhale, three-legged dog, left leg goes high. Inhale, meet in downward dog. Exhale, hold. Let's go again. Inhale, high on your toes, raise that right foot. Exhale, step it between your hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale and hold. Inhale, feet come together, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, fold. Inhale, chair pose. Exhale, right foot steps back, crescent lunge. Exhale, hold. Inhale, frame your front foot. Exhale, three-legged dog. Send that foot high. Inhale, down dog. Exhale, hold here. Let's take an extra cycle of breath here. Inhale. Let it out. One last flow. Inhale, high on the toes. Raise that right foot up. Exhale, step your foot between your hands. Inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, hold. Inhale, feet together, chair pose. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale and fold. Inhale, rise up, chair pose. Exhale, step your right foot back, crescent lunge. Inhale, frame your front foot. Left leg goes high, three-legged dog. Plant that foot down. Pedal out your feet. Whew. Maybe take a sip of water here. When you're ready, we'll meet in a forward fold. If you're moving from down dog, just tiptoe your feet forward to meet your hands. And then hang over in that forward fold. On your next inhale, slowly roll up one vertebra at a time. Roll your shoulders up and back at the top. Ground down through your feet, palms face forward. On your next inhale, reach your hands down, out, all the way up, high mountain pose. Pull your belly button into your spine to keep a neutral pelvis. Send energy up through your fingertips. Let's step our right foot back into crescent lunge here. Both knees are bent. On your next exhale, rotate your hips open to the side of your mat. Drop your back heel down onto the mat. Tee out your arms, warrior two. Front toes are pointed towards the top of the mat. Back toes towards the side. Option to stay right here, maybe sink even deeper into your warrior two. If half moon is in your practice, you can take that now. Shift weight forward onto your foot for half moon. Let your back foot raise off the mat. And if you wiggle out of it, that's fine. Just come back. Hips stay open to the side here. On your next exhale, land gently back into warrior two. Inhale, reach both hands up, star pose. Exhale, bend both knees, cactus arms, goddess squat. Bring your right hand to the left side and let's pulse for thriller. And arms to the other side, thriller again. 4, 3, 2, 1. Keep it going. First side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Last side. 4, 3, 2, 1. Straighten the legs, forward fold. Inhale, iron out your spine. Come to a halfway lift in your wide-legged forward fold. Exhale, fold it all the way down. Inhale all the way back up to star. On your exhale, turn that front foot to face the top of your mat. Tee out your arms, warrior two. Scoop your back arm down, rotate your hips, come to your crescent lunge. Inhale, step the feet together back to high mountain pose. Exhale, hands through heart center. We've got all that on the other side. Inhale, hands come down, out and up, high mountain. Exhale, left foot goes back this time, crescent lunge, bend both knees. On your next exhale, rotate your back foot, plant your heel, hips come open to the other side. Warrior two, hold here. Option to stay in this warrior two, maybe work on sinking it lower, or take a half moon if it's in your practice. Exhale, land gently back into your warrior two. Inhale, star pose, reach high. Exhale, let's come straight over to forward fold. Option to take whatever stretch you need here from your wide-legged forward fold. Maybe walk your hands to one leg and then the other. Maybe walk your hands further back behind you. If an inversion is in your practice, now's a good time to do that. We'll be here for 20 more seconds. Inhale, rise back up to star. Turn it to that left, that warrior two. Inhale, rotate, crescent lunge. Exhale, feet come together, high mountain pose. Bring your hands through heart center. Close down your eyes and just start to shake your arms and shake your legs. A little Virata shake here. Keep your eyes closed. No one's watching you dance. Make it bigger. Feel the energy moving through your body. Shake your hands and your feet a whole lot. Keep shaking, keep dancing. If you're ever feeling real tired, you might think this looks silly, but it's a great way to move energy through your body. Shake all the way to the end of every limb. Couple more breaths here. And we'll meet back in stillness, in your mountain pose. Ground down through your feet. Tune back in with your breath. Spread your fingers wide, palms face forward. Ground down through that left foot. Shift your weight. Bring your right knee up to 90 degrees. And hold. Pull your belly button into your spine. Maybe find a drishti, a focal point that's not moving. Maybe float up your Frankenstein arms. Keep breathing. Exhale, plant that foot down. Let's shimmy to the other side. Shift weight to the right. Left leg comes up to 90. Frankenstein arms. Hold here. Back to the first side. Transfer your weight to the left. Rise up 90. Keep that core tight. And back to that last side. Transfer weight to your right foot. Left leg comes high. Lower down that foot. Take a nice wide stance. We're going to come into a yogi squat. Drop your hips down low. Heels stay on the mat. Hands come to heart center. Try and keep a nice straight spine. Option to bring a block in to support your hips here. And breathe. Maybe shift side to side to work into your hips. We're going to spend some yogi playtime with our crow pose. So if you know that, feel free to go right into it. Otherwise, I'll demonstrate it first and then I'll talk you through. So I like to start crow from a yogi squat. So just where we are, I keep my hands nice and wide. I plant my hands down about shoulder width distance apart, ground down through the pads of my fingers, and I rotate my elbows so they're gonna bend back towards my body. Then you can start transferring weight into your palms and place your knees onto your elbows and continue to transfer that weight. Now you can stay right here. Maybe you can float one foot off the ground, maybe the other, wherever you're at. So if you're ready to try crow, come into your yogi squat, fingers stay wide. Plant your palms down on the mat, rotate the elbows so they bend back towards your body. Hips come high, knees come to the back of your elbows, and just start to lean your weight into your hands until you feel it come out of your feet. You can also, if you have solid blocks, you can try this on blocks. It makes the balance point a little bit better if you have super long legs. Give it a few tries. And when you're ready, we'll meet seated on our mat. Still time to try it though. Land back down. Maybe grab a sip of water. And we'll meet seated on our butts. Put your feet flat on the mat, bend your knees. Take your hands and just wrap them around your knees. Straighten out your spine, feel your sits bones, and then start to lean back until you feel your core engage. Option to stay right here and hold, or maybe float your hands off your knees. You can stay right here, or maybe float one foot off the mat, both feet off the mat, wherever you're at. Hold your boat. Straight spine, belly button into your spine. Embrace the shakes. Hold it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lower down softly. Straighten out your legs. Reach your hands high and bend forward. Seated forward fold. Inhale, come back up. Bend your knees again. We're moving back into boat. You know what level you need to go at, so go right there. And hold. Maybe take some toe taps here, one foot and the other. Keep breathing. Stick with it. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Land it down, back to forward fold, legs long. Reach high, hinge at the hips. Inhale, sit back up. We have one more boat to go through. Make it your best one. Maybe go to the full expression, straight legs and straight arms above your head. Whatever level you're at, hold here. Keep breathing. Five, four, three, 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 two, one. Land it down. Whew. Roll all the way down onto your back. Bend your knees, hug them into your chest. Maybe draw some circles, massage your low back. Bend your knees. Make a 90-degree angle from your hips and from your knees. Take your fingers and make little tents out of them. And then pull your belly button into your spine. Press your low back into the mat. Fingers come to your knees. You're going to push onto your knees with your fingers and then push back on your fingers with your knees. Ready? Begin. Engage that core and hold. The harder you push, the harder this is. Five, four, three, two, and one. Whew, drop the feet down. I know that's scary. Let the knees come open wide. Palm or the bottoms of your feet can come together. Little reclined butterfly, Supta Konasana. Take some deep breaths in and out. On your next inhale, bring your knees back together. We're going back to 90 degrees with our legs for something new. Arms come straight up above your head, above your shoulders. We're going to reach our right hand to the top of the mat and straighten out our left leg. Dead bugs. Come back to center. Left arm, right leg. And back to center. Just a few here. Pull that belly button into your spine. Drop your feet down to the mat. Take a good morning stretch. Reach your toes long and your fingers high. Stretch out that core. Bend your knees again. Take your right foot, cross your right ankle over your left knee. And then let your right leg come wide open. Little reclined pigeon stretch here. Figure four is also what it's called. Option to stay right here, or you can wrap your hands behind your knee. Stay here and breathe. Plant your left foot back down and let's switch sides. Left ankle to right knee. Exhale, land that foot down. Bring your knees back up to 90 degrees. Tee your arms out to the sides. And then just let your knees roll to the right side, keeping your shoulders on the mat. Let them land all the way down. Option to look up at the ceiling, or if it feels okay on your neck, look over your left hand. Melt into the mat. Inhale back through center, right over to the left side. Inhale, knees back through center. Hug your knees one last time. And then spread them out for Shavasana, our final resting pose, also known as corpse pose. Let your eyes close down and tune back in with your breath. Two men were walking home after a Halloween party and decided to take a shortcut through a cemetery just for laughs. Right in the middle of the cemetery, they were startled by a tap, tap, tapping noise coming from the misty shadows. Trembling with fear, they found an old man with a hammer and a chisel chipping away at one of the headstones. "Holy cow, mister," one of them said after catching his breath. "You scared us half to death. We thought you were a ghost. What are you doing working here so late at night?" The old man said, "My family are such fools. They misspelled my name, and here I have to correct it." If you're ready to move on with your day, find your way back up to seated. Let's bring our hands through heart center. I hope you have a happy Halloween and you enjoyed this morning flow. Thank you for joining me in this practice. Thanks for joining me on the mat today. If you enjoyed this practice, we'd love to hear from you. Share your thoughts or tell us what you'd like to see more of in future videos. Your feedback helps us create content that serves you best. Stay connected with us and follow Roaming Mat Yoga on social media. And let's keep the yoga journey going together.